Hello everyone, Arlie's here, back with another review, Legacies, Season 2, Episode 3. You remind me of somebody that I used to know. This was a good episode. This was a really, really good episode. Had a lot of good moments between characters. And some crazy things that happened, like some crazy twists that we did not see coming. Some that we did see coming, but one in particular that we didn't see coming, I don't think. First, we start off in the episode with these jocks. They want to vandalize the Salvatore school. Well, at least one kid does. The rest of them really don't. Ethan, he doesn't want to. He just walks away, so he doesn't really care about doing that. And then we go to Hope's monologue, where she's walking to the school. She sees that the whole school is pretty much vandalized, and she pretty much gives this monologue about, losing the love of your life. So she called Landon the love of her life, man. That's just beautiful. So beautiful, man. That really just hit me. Like Landon is the love of her life. That was just a good monologue that she had. I really, really liked it. And then we see the police officer, the woman that was in the bar with Alaric when Josie came and confronted him. And then she has two kids, which one, Maya, she, pretty much says Hope didn't do this, and then Hope is shook, because they were in the back seat of the police car, and then Ethan gets out, and then Hope finds out that they're related, and that this is their mom, so it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. They don't really look too much alike, but, it is what it is. They're all related, so they're brother and sister, which is pretty cool. Then we go to the cop. The cop, she is in. I don't remember her name. Did they say her name? I can't remember. But she is into Alaric, and Hope notices and pretty much just smiles. And I think they'd be a good couple. They'd be cute together. No lie. But that's not a good situation for the girl. That is not a good situation, because everybody that Alaric likes either dies or just pretty much dies. Yeah, it's just not a good situation for the girl. Then we go to the Salvatore school with the new headmaster. I don't even know his name. I can't pronounce his name. I don't even care. Like, the dude's just not good. He's just horrible, honestly. But he says it's time for the annual football game, which, okay, I remember last season it was pretty funny. A pretty funny episode, because they didn't use their powers, and it was just funny. But the headmaster throws the ball at Landon. Everybody shook, and Landon just gives the funniest look on his face. Like, he's like, "What? Why would I be the quarterback? Like, what?" Because he's never played football. He doesn't know how to throw the ball or anything like that. The look on his face is just hilarious. And MG is funny. He's like, "What the heck?" And he goes to Lizzie and is like, "Yo, this dude wants Landon to be QB1. Like, he wants him to be the quarterback, and he wants Lizzie to be the quarterback. But Lizzie is not worried about football, none of that, quarterback, nothing. She's worried about Sebastian. That's it. And MG offers to help her and all that stuff, just so he can spend more time with her, because he's into her. And she still is on this year of the yes. Like, she's gonna say yes to everything. And so she's pretty much forced to go to the football game, because she has to say yes to it. So I like how MG's playing this. I like how their dynamic is getting better and better. And that moment they had on the when they were sitting down on the bench, that was amazing. When she told him that he's like so amazing and great, like, that was so good. That was such a good, like, you really started to see her, like, kind of change, and it looked like she was kind of like falling for him a little bit. Like, she's kind of like opening up to that idea, but it's still not all the way there. It's not even close. But you can see something in her change, when she was saying that, the way she was looking at him. So I really, really like that scene. And MG, he's playing a long game. He knows that he has no shot right now, but he knows that, like, if he keeps to it, maybe one day she'll come around. Maybe one day. So I think he'll be the winner in the end, though, for her heart. I think he will be. And so Landon can't throw the ball. So Josie takes his hands and she gives him some powers so he can throw the ball. She does some magic. And he throws the ball pretty far. He hits the school bus, almost breaks the glass. And the funniest moment of the episode is when Caleb is like, he turns around and sees that Landon threw the ball. He's like, "That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback." And if you don't know where that's from Tony Romo and Terrell Owens. That's so funny. throwback. It was just hilarious how Caleb did it, man. Caleb deserves more screen time. I wish we could see more of him because he's really one of the funniest characters, and I just like he's just a character that's grown on me. Honestly, I really like his character. It's funny. So Hope in the Mystic Falls School, they come, they're here. Hope gets off the bus, and she looks at Landon. Man, their chemistry is just something else. It's something else. It's just magnetic. They look at each other, or she looks at him, and he looks at her, and Josie notices, and she's like, "You know her?" And he's like, "We shared a milkshake once." Bro, the milkshake, bro. Stop bringing up the milkshake, man. That's emotional, man. That's emotional. Writers, come on. But I loved the way he just said it, man. Like, the milkshake is just so important to the relationship, man. It's becoming important. Hopefully, when they figure out everything, they'll go and have a milkshake and all that. So hopefully, and we get like a lot of Handon stuff, man. We're getting fed. Handon Nation, we are getting fed, and it's amazing. The headmaster tells them to shake hands. They shake hands. Hope shakes Landon's hand. She doesn't want to let go, and they give each other this look. And man, the look that they give each other, it's like it's only for like a split second, but you can feel the chemistry. It's just there. It's like I said, it's magnetic, and it's just beautiful. And Hope doesn't want to let go. She lets go, and Josie sees. She's jealous, and then she's like having another milkshake moment. So that's where that's from. That was pretty funny. How Josie gets jealous, pretty funny. And it's funny because that's really Hope's boyfriend. That's like Landon is her. Like it's just so weird and just funny and so ridiculous at the same time, honestly. Because only if Josie knew, if only she knew who Hope really was and who her and Landon were to each other, like what they are to each other. If only. And then we get Hope and Alaric talking. Hope literally forgot about Roth. Like, she forgot about him. We knew this already. Like, I said it in the first episode. She forgot about him. She didn't care about him at all, because she was just worried about Landon, which, I mean, it makes sense. But, yeah. And plus, she didn't know that he turned into a wolf. But still, I feel like she should have because she never saw him. But, you know, it is what it is. So, she makes it forward, though. She helps him down, which is fine. So, she needs a reason to get out of this game, to go and find him. So the perfect thing happens. Josie, you know, she tells Landon, you know, you're gonna blitz on this play, and he doesn't know what that is, but she says pretty much you're just gonna hit Little Miss Milkshake. That was funny, you know, that Little Miss Milkshake line, just hilarious. So he has to hit her, and you know he doesn't really want to, but you know she's like, you know, do you have a problem with hitting her, you know? And it's like talking about like hitting on him and all that stuff. Josie's just hilarious, man. She's just funny. So yeah, Landon has to hit Hope, and she yells blitz, you know, they all hike, and he's just standing there, but then he goes and he hits her. And I remember this scene from this was in the promo. I just thought, wow, he really hit her, you know. It's actually pretty funny how it all happened, though. He takes her down, and she fakes an injury, which it was like perfect timing, everything. And just the looks that they're giving each other, the way they're talking to each other was amazing. Literally, the chemistry is just on point. It's crazy. It's literally crazy, the chemistry that they have. It's by far the best on the show. Like, in my opinion, I just think it's just magnetic. They can't help it. It's crazy. Beautiful, man. It's amazing. And he helps her up. When he helps her up and tells her like where like the nurses thing and all that, you know, that was funny. And the faces that she was making towards him, it was great, man. Great scene all around. Like how worried Landon was for her, that was great. Then Josie gets mad at him. She's like, "Why are you taking her side?" And that she was faking the injury, and he didn't think she was faking it and all that stuff. And Josie got mad, and he pretty much just walks away from Josie and says, like, you know, she's not the only one that's like something's wrong with her and all that. That was good. I don't like this path that Josie's going down, man. And she gets darker in this episode. She gets bad in this episode, and it's not looking good. It's because it's Headmaster, man. This Headmaster is not good news, and I'm glad Alaric did something about it towards the end of the episode. So Hope, she goes away from the game. She gets out of the game, according to plan, perfect. Everything went good. She goes to Landon and Ralph's room, and the first thing she does is go to Landon's stuff. She touches his guitar, his sweatshirt, all that, and the feels. And then she stops herself because she knows she's here for something. She knows she's here to help Ralph, but she got distracted, it just shows how good and how strong and epic Handon is. How strong her love is for Landon. So she goes, she packs some clothes for Ralph. She does a locator spell, but then Landon comes in and he sees everything, and he's like, he doesn't freak out either. He doesn't freak out really. He really doesn't. He understands because he goes to a school of magic, so he knows that this is magic. And then he tries to run out, but then Hope freezes him and all that stuff. I like how he could still talk while he was frozen. That was funny, and that just made the scene better. Then she explains everything to him, how she can help Ralph, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm coming with you." And she's like, "I work better alone," and all that stuff. And I like how he said, she said, "I can freeze you again," and he's like, well, "How long will that last though?" And then that look she gives him, and then she just throws the bag at him. They're great, man. Like, I love their dynamic. This is so good, man. It's so good. They Hope and Landon, they talk, and she talks about losing someone you love, and it's so sad because he's right there. He's literally right there in front of her. She could tell him everything. Yeah, he might not believe everything right away, but like at least everything will be out there. I'm really wondering how he's gonna get his memories back. How is everybody gonna get their memories back? Like, what has to happen? What has to happen for that to happen? Like, I really want to know, because we don't know yet. It's gonna be interesting to see how that happens. Cause couldn't Hope just put her hands on Landon and like show him everything that they've been through? Cause she did that in the first episode, in the pilot episode, and Elijah's done that before with Haley. So couldn't they do that? Like, everybody, I don't know. I feel like they could, but I feel like it probably wouldn't stay though. Like, the memories probably wouldn't stay. They'd just be able to see it for that time. But I feel like she should do that just so he could know. I think that'd be a great scene. And he's pretty much saying, how like Ralph stopped hanging out with him because he turned into a wolf, and how he might forget him, and he's worried about that. He's worried about being forgotten, and Hope pretty much tells him, like, nobody's gonna forget about you, Landon, which means that she's not gonna forget about him. She could never forget about him. The lines that they have to each other, it's literally them thinking they're talking about other people, but they're actually talking about each other. The parallels, man, is just crazy, because this is stuff that they want to say to each other, and they can't really, or she can't really, because he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying is actually like really so direct to Hope, but he thinks it's about Ralph. Like, it's just so confusing and just so like, it's a headache. It's hard. So Hope and Landon, they run into a monster. The monster that I thought killed the guy at the beginning, because he's the last one, the only one to stay at the, to vandalize the stuff. But he actually didn't die. He actually did not get eaten by the monster. But Hope and Landon, they run into him, and we get one of the best scenes. One of the best scenes. It's Hope tells Landon that she has to get naked in front of him, she has to get naked for plan B, because she wants to draw him away and all that. And he's like, why do you have to get naked? Why does there need to be nudity and all that stuff? And he pretty much calls her a werewitch and all that stuff. This was just a really good scene, a funny scene. And he almost sees her naked. Like, dude, like, if only he knew that this was his love, that this was his true love, his girl. Like, if only, man. It's and it's without them even trying. Like, it's so natural with them, like the conversations, the banter, all that. It's so natural with them. And this scene was just proved it. It just made it even more clear because this was a funny scene and all that. So it was good. And the monster is actually after Landon, and Hope did not know that. So when she turned into a werewolf, it went after Landon, because it's after him. So she had no idea. And then when she turns back, she's like calling out for him. I love this scene. It was such a touching scene. She kept saying Landon over and over again. I really liked that, because it shows how much she cares about him and how worried she is for him. And I wish they would give Landon powers, make him stronger. Like him being a Phoenix is cool, and he has to have more powers, right? Like I really want them to go deeper into his powers, because I don't like him not being strong. I mean, I like him being it's cool that he's he's the damsel in distress, and I like having Hope rescue him. But sometimes I do want him to be able to take care of himself and be strong on his own. Because I think it would build his character even more. So I just wish they would go deeper into his powers, what all he can do exactly. Because he has to be able to do something with fire, something really cool with fire, besides just come back to life over and over again. There has to be more to it. Then we go back to the school. It's halftime. They don't have a quarterback. Neither team has a quarterback, because Landon and Hope were their team's quarterbacks. So Ethan steps up. He says, "You know what? I'm about to be quarterback. Let's get it." And Maya, she's hyped. Everybody's hyped on the bus. And then Josie is trying to find a new quarterback for their team. She enlists Lizzie. Lizzie's really just still not feeling it, not down for it. All she cares about is Sebastian. But she does end up seeing Sebastian on the sideline, so she waves to him and all that. She sees him, and she's like, you know what? She asked MG, "Do I look good when I play quarterback?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're the hottest girl I've ever seen," all that stuff. And so she gets in there. She's ready. She's hyped, and she throws it. She's good. And so when she waved to him, I was like, okay. But then MG looked, and he didn't see anything. He gave it this weird look. I'm like, is he really there or something? He's not there. And so Lizzie just freaks out again when Josie does something bad. The ball gets picked off. Lizzie just leaves the game. She doesn't care about it at all. She follows Sebastian. But while Hope is calling for Landon, she actually finds Rolf and all that, and she helps him. We don't see him get turned back to normal in this moment, but she does help him. So that was nice, and that was good that she actually found him and said that, you know what, Landon needs you and all that. So, and she says sorry for turning him into this and not coming sooner and helping him, and all that. So it was a good scene, really good scene. Back onto the football field, Josie does something bad. The headmaster pretty much tells her, you know what, use magic. She tells the headmaster that, you know what, Lizzie and Caleb and my father, said, you know what, we shouldn't use magic. But then she uses it, and it's bad because she breaks Ethan's arm. He's a football player, and he was scared about playing in the game because he didn't want to get injured, and she breaks it. And when you break something, yeah, he's definitely going to be out for the season. And right away, Alaric knew. He knew what happened. And Josie is going dark. It's not looking good for her. It is not at all. They put Ethan onto, the ambulance, he's going to the hospital. And then Alaric punches the headmaster. I really wish I could stop saying headmaster, but I don't know the guy's name. I forget it, and I really just am uninterested in this character. But I mean, I will say the last scene of him leaves me interested. What is this dude up to? What is he up to? What is he planning? But Alaric punches him, and then a big brawl breaks out. Everybody starts fighting, and just nonsense just breaks out. It's not good. So we get back to Lizzie. She follows Sebastian down to this place, and he's getting ready to walk and go somewhere, I don't even know. And then he tells Lizzie, we cannot go down this path. And he tells her, you know what, I'm a vampire. But he's something more than a vampire. He has to be. Because how can he be invisible to Lizzie? And nobody, how can he be visible to Lizzie and nobody else can see him? That's crazy. So what is he? One of them was the monster. One of them is Malivore. So it's either Sebastian or this headmaster. So one of them is definitely Malivore. And it's not looking good. And plus, where's Clark at? This fool, where's he at? Because we haven't seen him since the premiere episode. So he's definitely working, doing something. Maybe he's Sebastian. That'd be crazy. That'd be wild. But who knows? I feel like it's going to be a big shock. But Lizzie, Sebastian, they kiss. And then MG comes in. He sees. And it's Lizzie with no one. At least to him. She's with no one. She's just doing some weird hand gestures, kissing somebody. He just sees her kissing the air. But she's actually kissing Sebastian as she sees. So, I don't know what to think in this moment. I have no idea, what is going on? Is Lizzie just, going crazy? She's seeing something? Or is this dude really here, but he just has a lot of power? Who knows? This is going to be a big mystery. And I feel like MG is going to try and help her, but she's not going to listen to anything he has to say in this moment for this subject. So I'm really curious to see where this goes. Then we get to a big moment. We see Landon back in the woods again. Roth saves Landon. At first, somebody shot this thing because this thing is going after Landon. I didn't know who it was. I thought it was Hope. But then it was Roth, and he's back in human form. He's in clothes and all that stuff. And this thing doesn't die, but then Landon kills it. He takes the arrow out and then puts it through its head and kills it. And then Roth and Landon embrace. They hug. It's a great moment. He tells him, you know what? He's back. You don't gotta think anymore. I'm back. Believe it. And it was a really touching moment. Hope ended up seeing, but then she runs away, and he tries to give her credit, but she's gone. They don't know where she is. And then we get the bomb that Roth does not know her either. He doesn't know who she is. I remember everybody's theory was either Josie or Roth is going to remember Hope. Neither one of them is going to remember her now, though. No one remembers her. And that was pretty much everybody's last hope. No pun intended. Nobody remembers her. It's crazy. Ralph is the last person that we thought was going to remember Hope because he was in wolf form. So we thought that it just wouldn't work an effect on him. But it does, so he doesn't remember her either. So they're going to have to figure that out. A really good, small little moment. Ralph on the ground. He's on the floor. He's not in his bed. Landon hears him on the floor. And Ralph is pretty much just adjusting to being back in human form. Landon puts a blanket on him and just sits there by him. That was man, their friendship is so good. It's so good. And it's, man, I can't wait to see where they go. I've actually missed Ralph because of his and Landon's dynamic. It's so good. So I want to see more for them. Then Josie, she's chasing after the bus. Alaric, she's trying to talk to her father, but he isn't here obviously because he's on the bus. And then Josie gets to the gate and she has a nosebleed and it's black. Her blood is black. That's bad. She's going dark, and we gotta save her. We have to save Josie. We must protect her at all costs because this is not good. Hope at the hospital, she's waiting for Maya and Ethan just to check on them, which was a pretty good moment. She's a good friend. She's such a good friend. Her being there for them, even though she doesn't really know them that well. So that was a nice moment. Her hug with Maya, that was good. Then we get Jandon. We get a Jandon moment. They talk. I thought this moment was really cute. Really, really cute. they're making it, man, so hard for me to like hate them, because they have these sweet moments like they had last episode, and like I don't ship them. Like it's not even close to the way I ship Handon. Like it's not even like, it's completely different ways of shipping them right now in this moment for me. They are helping each other through things, and it's special, which I think is gonna turn into a really special bond. And I just can't wait to. I really hope that they don't mess this up. I really, really hope that they don't mess this dynamic up. Like I don't want them to be together, but I want them to have this dynamic, this where they can just talk to each other and tell each other everything. I really want them to have this really good friendship and trusting each other, because I think it's something special, and I don't think either one of them have had that truly with someone. I mean, Landon has, but not Josie really. So I'm interested to see how they keep building this relationship. I'm interested, but I want my Handon back. I need Handon back ASAP. And they have this cute moment, and they just touch foreheads, and it was the cute moment, man. It was a cute moment. I couldn't hate this moment. It was just like, it was innocent. So, and he pretty much just tells her, you know what, Hope isn't who she says she is, and that, you know, if he's wondering if she'll help him find out who she is. And he tells her that the monsters are back, that they're coming after him, he thinks. And she pretty much says, you know what, they're gonna have to go through a powerful witch that has anger issues. So it was a cute moment that she's gonna protect him and all that stuff. So I can't wait to see the next monster and how things go down. So then we get to the final scene. The final scene of the episode is the headmaster, the new one. There's this monster that's dead on the ground, and this guy comes up to it, opens his mouth super big, like it's obviously not human the way he just did that, and starts biting it, eating it, like just eating it. This dude is something different. I'm not sure. Like, I feel like that was like a big, like they want the audience to believe that this guy is Malivore or something, but I feel like he's gonna be something different. I think he's gonna be like the big bad, but I think he's something different. I don't know if he's Malivore exactly, but I think he's something evil, and I'm interested to see where this goes. Cause dude, that was bad. That was disgusting. So we gotta keep our eye out for this guy, especially because he's trying to mess with Josie's head. So we really gotta keep an eye out for him and take him down. And because we need Alaric back as headmaster, anyways. Like, I think that's gonna happen eventually. So we gotta get this guy out of here. So that's gonna do it for my review, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Comment down below, tell me what your favorite scene from this episode was. Mine was probably like the collection of Handon that we got. The collection of Handon was really, really good. Maybe I don't even know. There was so many Handon scenes. The football stuff was good. Like when they shook hands was great. Maybe the bedroom when they were talking in the bedroom. That might have been like some good stuff. Or when Raph and Landon reunited. That was an amazing scene. But so many good things in this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this review though. And yeah, just comment down below. Tell me what your favorite scene was or moment was from this episode. And yeah, it's been your boy Legacy, and I'll see you guys later. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.